This is Terry McDade, aka the Pirate Hunter, and this is our second attempt to do an inbox kit review of a couple of Plus model kits. First one we're going to do is kit number 421, which is German power generator World War II, and the second one we're going to do from Plus model is telegraph post kit number 083. As you might have noticed, I've bought a bunch of Plus model kits lately. I really like them. I like the detail on them. They're super crisp on the resin casting. The ones I've got, I haven't had problems with sinkholes on it or excessive flash, anything like that. And I have been buying these through an eBay company called Lots of Models. I've had super good luck with them. They ship amazingly fast. Their prices are reasonable and it's free shipping. So check them out, see what you think on that. So that's why everything is open here. So let's see what we got. The box says made in Czech Republic. It has information on different kinds of things that it makes. Has the address on it, email address. Intended for adult model builders only. Contains parts for one model or set. Paint and glue are not included, with English instructions. The instructions on this is a pretty detailed little kit. It's actually got 5 different steps for a little small kit. The first step here shows you assembling all of the main generator parts with the pony motor that runs it and the control panel, fuel tank, and there is, you notice everything, which is standard on Plus model. Anything with an M number on it is metal off of the photo etch. You've got your skids down here, then your carrying frame, your frame with the carrying handles on it. Then you've got all the details on the generator here. Then you've got more metal parts that go onto the side of the generator here. Then you flip it over and you've got shows you where the different exhaust pieces attach on it and different parts attached to it. That's your photo etch screen for a heat shield over the exhaust, and the carrier, the carrier for the wire spool is pretty neat. It is, the majority of it is photo etch. You've got three plastic parts on it, but everything else is photo etch. So let's look at it, look at the parts, see what we got, and we'll go from there. You've got a piece of wire, a little copper wire, which is used right here in 2 spots on this, where you bend it and with loops in it and attach it to the generator, top of the generator. You've got, this is your bottom skid. Right here is this part here. It's really good detail on it. The only flash is, like where they've cast it, or not cast it, but injection molded it with the resin. It's got really good detail. The raised pins on it are all there. They're not out of shape. It's not crooked, not tweaked. This is the main frame, which is that part right there that the generator and everything else sets down in. Now when you go to take this off here, be careful, because right here at the end, the carrying handles on all 4 ends are small. So when you go to cut this out of the flash here, and it's really thin flash that it's attached with, be careful on them handles on that, on the end pieces. You've got the generator on this, which has got a lot of detail on it. It's pretty good. Everything, all the bolts on it All the bolt heads are, you know, good enough detail if you, I guess you want to get in there with a magnifying glass maybe. But the detail on it for at a normal distance is all good. All the parts from the pony motor, things like that, are all good. It's another part of the pony motor. I said it's all good. If it's got bolts on it, the holes are all good on them. They're in the right place, I guess. They look good. This portion here, it has the little panel on it and the bolt holes around the hold the cover on. The bolt holes, the bolts, the hold the cover on. I gotta lighten up on the caffeine this morning. Are all raised, all in good relief. This is another piece of the pony motor here. Said it all looks good. It really does. There's not a major amount of cleanup on it. I think most of this stuff you could just clean off with a thumbnail on it. Here is one part of a bunch of the small pieces that it shows attaching to different places on this. But here, if you look at it, here is where most of these small pieces go on it. And on your resin, on the casting, it's got the part number, which little piece it is, where, you know, so you can go through and look at this and figure out where it goes on it. Same with this. These are the two handles, one that which goes on the spool and one that goes for the hand crank. I said they all are in good detail on it. They look good on it. This is the muffler on it. It looks good. Shows it's got the mount holes on it and this. This is the control panel for your generator that would allow you to switch power on and off. I don't know. It's got raised bolts on on that side. Well, the bracket there, and the bracket, it looks like with some raised bolts there, so that, you know, your mounts where it mounts to it. This would be so you could switch voltage, turn it on and off, things like that. Fuel tank looks good. In fact, there's a little metal, one of the photo etches is the handle that goes across the top of this to twist it on and off. It looks good. There's no sink marks, nothing like that on it. It's not crazed or anything like that. There's one little tiny thing on it, but I don't think it's anything major. This is another part. This is the spool of wire for the handle. It's got, you can feel the detail, you can see it, and you can feel the detail on the wire on it. You could, I guess, take a piece of styrene tubing or brass tubing, whatever your choices be, and you could make one to go in this and wrap some string around it or fine thread around it, or even really fine wire, paint it black to go around this. But it looks pretty good. I think it would work pretty good for the detail on it. Now this comes with 2 jerry cans, and they are this side mount spouts, and I don't know if that's a late model or an early model jerry can. I think they're the late models, but I can't tell you. I'm not an expert on that. The photo etch, it is nice. It's a thicker photo etch, and trying to get this where you can see it without the, I don't want to really pull it out of the plastic. It's all numbered on it. All these holes, I don't know if you can see, yeah, but the holes are good enough. You can see my fingers through the back of the holes on the heat shield for the generator. These are the ends of the spool on it where it goes on. There's some more little parts. These are other parts for the generator. That's your frame for it, where you have to bend it to fit your frame on it. So it's a thicker photo etch, I said, it looks really good. I really like this. I'm getting more and more where I like these Plus model kits. More and more, these accessory kits. They're not too bad on price. They're out of the Czech Republic, so if you're out of Europe while you're watching this, you might be able to pick them up cheaper there. I don't know what the cost would be. Like I said, I get mine from lots of models. So, alright, that's on that one. Now, what I did, they make also another kit of this that comes with a trailer. And it's got a bunch of other things that come with it, different wire leads, things like that. But you can make wire leads and things like that out of string by super gluing them, painting them, things like this. But what I did, and you'll see why I have it in a few minutes here. What I did, I bought this kit for the 2cm flat crew with SD.AH.51. Well, that SD.AH51 is a trailer. So I thought, well, I don't need the trailer, I just bought it for that, so I've had it sitting around here. So what I'm going to do is, being this is in 1943, from looking at things that go on and a lot of the modifications and some of the pictures you find, there was a lot of what I call Grouse Creek field engineering went on. You adapted what you had to what you needed, and because necessity was the invention of a bunch of mothers. So this, I thought, this I can modify this trailer, put some mounts on it. I've got a bunch of different kind of styrene, different sized rods and brackets and different L pieces and everything else to modify this so that I can fit the generator on it, which makes more sense than having to have 4 guys pick that thing up, haul butt over with it, and try to throw it in the back of a truck, because I can guarantee that generator wouldn't be light. So that's where this is going to get used for the generator. It also comes with the 4 figures that they're pretty good. They're pretty good typical Dragon figures on it. They look pretty good. So, but they are not going to get used because I did the kit review on the gun crew that I'm actually going to use. So, but they're pretty good, pretty decent looking figures. The second one from Plus Model is the kit number 83, which is telegraph posts. And on this side, it comes with, and the thing I like, it's got the photo etch and all the resin stapled right to the directions on it. And it says, I'll hold this up here, see if I can get it where you can see it, and I'll let it, that way you can pause it and read the directions if you want. And it explains to go through and how to cut the posts and everything else. These are designed for posts that are set out in the middle out or nowhere kind of thing. They chopped the tree down, painted it with oil or creosote or something like that, and stuck it in the ground. And it tells you how to go through, and it tells you to use metal, nipped off metal pin heads to make your attach bolts to attach this to the wooden post. And these are true wooden posts on this thing that it comes with. They're a harder, they feel like they're a harder wood on it. So, you know, it tells you to pre-drill them, so that tells me they're a harder wood on it. Goes down through here, shows you the different ways to put it on. And the thing that is neat, if you can see on this, I don't know if you can with the light, but if you can see on this, you have a bend point right here. These are your 2 mounts where they mount to the post, and out here is where your insulators mount. And it's got holes for 4 insulators on it. Now this side here is your, let's get it a little better there, is your brace right here that comes up and attaches to your bracket, your mount bracket that mounts the insulators on it. And also, you could, if you wanted to, probably figure a way to use this just to put one insulator on something. But down here, it also shows where you could just use a piece of like that small copper wire I got, drill out the bottom of the insulator, bend it, and put it in the insulator and just stick it on a post. And this is what a lot of times things got done like that. They'd just do that, throw a wrap of wire around it, put the wire up there, twist some wire around it, hold it in place, and away they go. And there is says the finish holder assembly should be painted black, the insulators white. And right here it says the instruction drawings can help you get to various types of posts, and also insulators can be used separately on the curved wire. Now, unless there's a piece of curved wire in there I don't see on it, and it wasn't in the bag that I seen, but I'm not going to worry about that because I got a bunch of them. And it says right here, this last paragraph, the telegraph posts on the east front had little wooden beams fastened to the post instead of to the metal holder. The supports were from metal. So, and I thought, well, there's no picture of it really here, but I know if you look on Pinterest or anywhere, you're going to find pictures of it somewhere with just a wooden beam on it. Now, also another thing they did here, and now I got to talk about things here in the States, is what they did is they just had like a threaded spike, and they would just put it up there and take a wrench of some kind and just twist it into the post. It's got a really coarse thread on it that cuts in there, and then you can just stick the insulator on that and away you go. This is another kit. Like I said, they give you 27 insulators on this. 27 insulators and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the photo etch supports that go across there. So you can do, different combinations of things, whatever you want on this. And like I said, I like it. I mean, the more I deal with Plus Model, the more I like their stuff on it. It seems to be pretty good so far with everything I've dealt. And I've got 5 kits with these two setting here that I'm going to use most parts out of them, or use them in the Kursk build that is coming up in January, that is driving me nuts because I can't start on it right now. I have one more kit coming for this, and it's the 2 German soldiers on bicycles, but we'll see. We'll review that when we get it. Now here, ignore the disaster, but here are, as it stands now, all the kits that are going into the Kursk build. The flat one, the priority mail on the top, is from Royal Models, and it is barbed wire. The one on the left side, the big envelope on the left side, is from Duplicata Products, I believe it is. It's German flags, it's German magazines, and it's cigarette packages that you have to fold up. They are different colored cigarette packs. It has practice packs on it and everything else. If anybody's interested on it, I'll do a kit review on them. Post it to the Kursk build, and I'll also post it to my YouTube channel. So there we are. That's what goes for on this. Now right there in the back here, this Elegance toothpicks, I guess. I got looking at these, and I thought, what am I going to put my barbed wire on? Well, if you look at these, they're kind of like a wooden post set. I don't know if you could use them for doing barbed wire or not. I don't know. Because this obviously is going to have some barbed wire on it. So, I don't know. You could trim them down. You could make several different things out of this stuff. Cut the tops off or whatever. So, something to think about on it. So there you are, kind of a bit of waffle on this. I'll get this posted today. If there's anything on there, oh, one other thing, yeah, we're starting to get drifty. I did the railway track European gauge kit review, and I posted it on YouTube. Now, someplace through the Google YouTube fiasco a while ago, a few years ago, and my computer dying, I lost the preview on it, or I lost a channel. I come to find out I had 3 channels at one time, so I don't know if it's still floating around out there. If any of you want me to do a kit review on this railway track European gauge, let me know and I'll do it and get it posted on here. As always, this is Terry McDade, aka the Pirate Hunter. If I have some other kit reviews on a channel, my old channel that I cannot access anymore, which is the Pirate Hunter, PIR8HNTR, thanks to Google and YouTube. You can check some of those things out. They're weathering, natural world weathering kind of things on old armor and boards. So, as always, take care of yourself and each other, according to the great Jerry Springer. Until the next video I can get on here, have a nice day.